G'day hunters and welcome back to another video. Today, I thought I'll try something a little bit different. Today, I'm going to teach you about all of the endangered species within the Hunter Call of the Wild by shooting them. It's kind of weird, I know, but if you like the concept, please consider hitting like on the video as we are aiming for 70 likes. And please consider subscribing because by the end of the year, I want to be somewhere close to 20,000 subscribers. Now that's ages away, but you can help me out. Let's get straight into the video. Our first animal is one that I wasn't really expecting to see on this list, and that is the caribou. More specifically, the mountain caribou. And they are classified as both vulnerable and endangered depending on where in the world you are. So back in 2019, the last wild mountain caribou was caught and transferred from the US wild into a breeding pen. And we believe that a loss of old forest habitat, along with increased use of winter motorized recreation and the increased hunting by wolves and cougars due to this loss of habitat is to blame. Fingers crossed these mountain caribou can make a bit of a comeback, but you never know with the way the world is going. Oh, I've just spooked some caribou here actually. Before it runs off, we're going to try to take a shot. Oh, maybe not right now. Why? Okay, how about now? Oh, if it gives me a... Okay. That should be a good shot, and that thing shouldn't go too far at all. Let's go check it out. We have our caribou. Yeah, so the mountain caribou subspecies of this particular animal is looking like it could be quite endangered in the near future if we don't do something about it. Fingers crossed, something changes. So we've had to make a trip over to the New England mountains for our next animal, and that is the Bobwhite Quail, which is actually a near threatened species. Not exactly endangered, but pretty close to it if we don't do something about it. Since 1996, the population of Bobwhite Quail have declined by 85%, which is actually absolutely insane if you ask me. There have been efforts throughout the world, and there are definitely times where this animal has been introduced. So there are many different countries which you can find Bobwhite Quail, but a lot of them now have subspecies. They've evolved to match their habitat and is not exactly how it once was. So therefore, this animal species is near threatened. Not to mention they're actually pretty hard to find in game. So let's see how we go. Now, I wanted to show you a Bobwhite Quail in game, but I feel like the amount of time it would take me to find one of those, the whole species would go extinct in real life. But look what I have just found, a level 3 white-tailed deer. Now, I don't have the weapon to take it out right now, but if you want to see me take this out in another video, make sure you hit like and comment below something about this whitetail. What weapon I should really take it out with. Please let me know in the comments. It's pretty cool. And do you think it's going to make diamond? I don't know. But let's move on to our next animal. Now, when researching all of these, this next one really caught my surprise. That being the eastern rabbit. Now, this animal, believe it or not, is endangered. And I live in Australia, and this animal is absolutely thriving here, and it is considered a pest amongst many farmers and just the general public. That being said, though, European rabbit numbers are falling rapidly in its home land. Between 1996 and 2018, rabbit numbers fell 88% in the East Midlands, 83% in Scotland, and 43% across the whole of the UK. Numbers are still falling, and this was as of 2021. Now, this animal can be found just about anywhere in New Zealand, anywhere in Australia, and a lot of other countries around the world, but their numbers are falling in its home country. It's a bit of a weird one, and it definitely caught me by surprise. I wouldn't have considered them endangered at all, but there you go. I'm actually done. Looking for a rabbit, I managed to find this as well. Of course, I don't have the right weapon. I think that's my cue to skip the rabbit as well and try to find something else. I'm able to find plenty of goats, plenty of red deer, plenty of pigs, but I can't find a single freaking rabbit. Maybe they're extinct already, I don't know. An animal that you might know a little bit about is the European bison. That is not a European bison, and it caught me off guard, but European bison. These animals were hunted to near extinction in the earliest 20th century when the last known wild European bison was shot in a forest near the Polish border. There is only one subspecies of this animal left, and that is the lowland European bison, which has since been reintroduced into several countries in Europe due to captive breeding programs. Bit of a fun fact, humans in the Middle Ages would kill bison not only for their meat and their hide, but also to create the drinking horns that we know that Vikings used to love. Now, I think I've just heard a whole herd of European bison just up ahead of us, but I want to check out this drink zone before we sort of sneak on in and try to find whatever that was that made that noise. But over at this zone, it looks like it is kind of empty. So let's go check on that other zone where we heard the European bison. Although these animals have seen a gradual increase in their population and are being reintroduced to different countries, the European bison is still vulnerable, and I can guarantee that what we're about to do today is not going to help with that cause. There is another mating call. The last one was from a male, this one's a female. We might have a bit of a herd here in front of us, and it was a mating call, so it shouldn't be scared. Aha, and there is the herd in front of us. They are calm, which is great for us, although that one's probably not as calm anymore. If I can get some eyes on it, I can potentially take a shot, and there it is. Let's get our rifle out. We are using the 300 and sight on in, and fingers crossed we can get a bit of a broadside, not in the trees there. Instead of wasting more time, I'm just going to do this. That should be a great shot on that European bison. There it is, a European bison down. Gorgeous animal, but now it's time for us to head over to the Leighton Lakes. Our next animal, although not endangered, it is a species of concern due to the timber harvesting in its habitat, which means that it's losing its home, and it's all because of us. This animal is the Roosevelt Elk. Let's find one. Oh my goodness. Well, we found a Roosevelt Elk. I'm just gonna take a knee and let's take a shot. Yeah, this is the range. Okay, diamond. Good shot. I think it's dropping. Not to mention there's another max weight here, but what? 3 max level animals in one video already? Okay, cool. Before I get to the animal, drop what score you think it is in the comments below. I'm gonna have a wild guess and say 382. What do you guys think, high or low? Stop the video now and comment below. And here it is. Is this going to be a diamond? I hope so. It looked absolutely massive. It is a gorgeous animal. And yes, I know they're not endangered, but I would hate to see these beautiful animals get wiped clean off the earth. Have we got ourselves a diamond here in this video? There's no way. I wasn't even trying to find a diamond. Is it diamond? It is. I was off by so much. It is a 416 scoring Roosevelt Elk. It does not get much better than that. It's absolutely gorgeous as well. It's almost crowning on the end as well, like a red deer. That is gorgeous. And it's nearly max weight. I am in shock. I don't even have enough to taxidermize it right now. So I'm going to have to save the harvest and get it done later. But my, oh my, is that a gorgeous animal or what? For those of you wondering as well, this is the true score evaluation. Oh my days. I am absolutely stoked by that animal. I'm a bit speechless. I'm not speechless. I'm just blabbering and rambling. But it's awesome. I'm definitely still coming down from that high of shooting that animal, which that was such a cool Roosevelt Elk. But the next animal on our list today is an animal that once tipped over 25 million in its population, but then dropped all the way back down to 600 animals back in the late 1880s. And out of that 600, most of them were caught for ranches and farms, which only left about 30 in the wild in an area that we now know as Yellowstone National Park. That might have given away a really, really big hint, but this is the Plains bison. Now, although mostly private herds, these bison numbers have now grown from that small 600 all the way up to 500,000 in both the US and Canada, which is really awesome to see that this animal can bounce back. It is an absolutely gorgeous animal. It is absolutely huge. And hopefully we can find one in game relatively quickly. I mean, there should be one, right? There's over 500,000 in the world. And very quickly, we actually managed to find some Plains bison, also known as American bison. So let's see if we can get close enough. We've got the 300 on us, which is a perfect weapon for these animals, as you saw with the European bison. But let's take one of these out. Now, I also know that these are called buffalo, and it wasn't until I was about 18 years old that I learned that buffalo wings aren't made from buffalo. I don't know how I learned that, but I think we learn something new every day, and on that day I learned that buffalo wings are just chicken, and it's just the sauce. I don't know why I didn't know. I thought I think now it's pretty common knowledge, but back when I was younger, a little old grunt, he thought buffalo wings were made from actual buffalo, and that's why I hadn't really seen them in Australia. I thought, oh, well, obviously buffaloes are a big American thing, so we're not going to see many of them over here. But I was wrong, and let's just take this out and, you know, pretend that didn't happen, that I was so dumb as a child. And this American bison, although their numbers in the real world are starting to increase, this herd has just decreased by 1. There you go. Unlucky, mate. This next animal is one that we should all know and love. It is the reindeer. Now, the reindeer is actually vulnerable, and 3 subspecies of reindeer have actually gone completely extinct. The overall population of the entire species has declined by 40% in the last 25-ish years. Now, this is definitely an animal that we want to save, and although they're magical, Santa's reindeer can't last forever, right? So he has to get some more from somewhere, and if we have no reindeer, I don't know. Is he going to start using water buffalo next? I've got no idea. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments what you think Santa would be using next if reindeer went completely extinct. Unfortunately for Santa, he won't be able to use this reindeer on the sleigh this year, just because I've kind of gone and just popped a bullet just behind the shoulder there. So that was my fault, that one. I'm not gonna lie. Santa, I apologize. Let's go check it out. Look, while we're here, we might as well just take out another one out for good measure. Get out of the way, dog. Just like that. That'll drop very quickly. I mean, yeah. Alright, so now this is the second of 2 reindeer that I've had to pick up. It is absolutely gorgeous, as they always are. A very nice gold, 317. These guys are notorious trolls, but awesome to get another animal down. Yes, these guys are considered vulnerable. Hopefully, these numbers can start to head into a positive direction and they start making a comeback, because they are so beautiful. I don't want to see a world without them.